If you've ever wondered what the heck you actually said at the end of that party,
or wanted a do-over button for those cringeworthy encounters,
then you've experienced what we call the joy of awkwardness.
I'm Mendy.
And I'm Bree.
And we're here to celebrate the awkward.
Embrace the awkward.
And remind you of one important thing.
You may be awkward,
but you're definitely not alone.
Well, that was awkward. Hi, Mendy.
Hi, Bree.
Guess what?
What?
This is the last episode of our first season of Well, That Was Awkward.
That is so exciting.
It is exciting.
It's a season wrap. How many episodes is that? Like 500?
I think it's 24 full episodes and a couple of little bonus mini ones.
Ah, that feels good. Happy what?
Happy wrap? Happy Wrap Day.
Let's have a wrap party, Bree.
Oh, let's have a wrap party.
Thank you, listeners, for being here with us during our very first season of Well, That Was Awkward.
It has been so much fun to hear your super awkward stories and to hear from you when our super awkward stories resonate with you.
So, Bree, now we get to go on vacation, right?
No, not exactly, Mendy. We are going to pause on releasing episodes, but we are collecting stories. We want all of the awkward stories. So, if you are listening to this today and you would like to enjoy season 2 of Well, That Was Awkward, please send us your awkward stories. We are so excited to read them.
Yes, we will be busy in the forge, in the kitchen, cooking up new episodes for season 2 this spring.
If you miss us and you want to send us your stories, there's so many ways to get in touch with us. You can join the Well, That Was Awkward Facebook group and DM us. You can email us your awkward stories. You can call in to our Speak Pipeline, which is available on our website, wellthatwasawkward.com.
And if you wish to remain anonymous, we have a form for that on our website as well.
We get really excited when somebody sends in an anonymous story.
Oh, you know, it's going to be so juicy.
It is. It's so much fun. So all of the links are in the show notes. There are so many ways to get in touch with us, and we would love to hear from you, to stay in touch with you. And you can also follow the Awkward Sage Substack and get updates from Mendy and me while our podcast is being brewed.
Whoa, What's Substack? That sounds like a sandwich.
It's a newsletter.
Oh, we have a newsletter.
We do have a newsletter.
That's exciting.
And Mendy doesn't know this, but she's going to have her own awkward little corner in the Awkward Sage Substack.
Oh, that's exciting. I can't wait to cram myself awkwardly into that little corner.
Well, we know that we need to have a place to share our awkward moments between these episodes.
Oh, absolutely, or I'm going to bust.
So today, we're just going to do a little teeny shorty episode. But before we sign off for this season, Mendy, let's leave our friends with some awkward stories from this week.
Oh, yes. Mine is actually related to the podcast.
Ooh!
It is a result of our doing this podcast. I ran into an old friend of both of ours yesterday, and she and I were catching up, as you do, and I haven't seen them since 2017.
Wow.
So there was a lot of catching up to do. So she was like, what are you up to? What's new? And I told her this, and I told her that, and I told her that you and I had started Well, That Was Awkward, the podcast. And then we kept talking. She told me what she's been up to. And then she said, so I'll check out your podcast. What's the name of it? And I was thinking in my head, I just told you that like 45 seconds ago. But I said, well, that was awkward. And then they looked at me and I was like, it's called Well, That Was Awkward. And she was like, oh, I thought earlier when you were telling me what you'd been up to, you had just stopped and said that something was awkward about our conversation and then just kept going. And I've been wondering this whole time, what happened?
I'm just imagining her trying to parse the moment and figure out what you felt awkward about in that moment.
and how going.
And how awkward that was for her to then be wondering what was awkward. And That's pretty funny, Mendy.
I know. It was great. We had a great laugh about it.
So maybe she'll listen to this episode and then she'll know that there was nothing actually awkward about that
There was
moment.
nothing awkward about that moment. It was beautiful. It was poetry in motion. Bree, what's your awkward moment from this week?
Oh, I actually have an awkward situation, and I'm probably sharing it in the most awkward way by sharing it here.
Oh, boy.
I know. This is triple awkward, and it has to do with hair.
Oh.
You know, Mendy, I really try to not be obsessed with looks in any way, even though my grandfather always said a little vanity will save your life.
Did he?
He did. But Mendy, I have a lot of feelings about my hair.
Yeah, I have feelings about your hair, too.
Listener, what you should know is that my hair is about 60% gray and quite long at this point. It's also growing very quickly right now.
So lucky.
Because I'm taking so many vitamins and supplements to save all the other parts of my body from falling apart. So that means that my hair is growing very quickly, but it's also gray. And gray is not the color that I'm choosing for my hair at this moment in time. So, Mendy, I've been very much inspired by the show art that you make for the podcast. And so I've copied your art and I've kind of dyed my hair a sort of strawberry, honey brown, bronzy color. But when it grows in, it is ash gray and ash brown. And so it needs a lot of love. Anyway, Mendy and I have a fabulous hairdresser.
Yes, we do.
Her name is Kara.
Hi, Kara.
We love you. And she's over at the hair cuttery. Highly recommend, but it's expensive to get your hair done.
It is. It's such a treat.
And I can really afford to do it about 3 times a year. But right now I need to be doing it about 8 times a year.
Because your hair is growing so fast.
Because my hair is growing so quickly. So I think that this is something that a lot of people have to go through with their hairdresser. You don't want to cheat on your hairdresser. I'm cheating on Kara with Madison Reed.
Hey, could you tell our listeners who Madison Reed is? Madison Reed is not another hairdresser in our city.
No, Madison Reed is a box of hair dye that you can get from Ulta. I think that I'm pretty close to the color base that Kara uses. So it won't hurt my hair that much. But Kara, I have to confess to you here on the Well, That Was Awkward podcast that I'm too chicken shit to tell you to your face.
That she can't afford you?
That I can't afford you at the rate that we're going. But I'll be back, baby. I'll be back.
This is a universally awkward situation that I've found myself in many times, that I find a gem of a hairdresser and I can afford it for a little while. And then everyone realizes that they're a gem and they start to be rewarded financially for their hairdressing prowess. And their rates go up as they do.
As they should.
And so I slink off to Split End Island for a few months, come out looking like a woodland hag.
Kara, we love you. Listener, if you have ever had to abandon a hairdresser, I feel your pain.
Bree, that was so brave. We did an entire season, Bree.
We did an entire season.
Boop, boop, boop.
And now we're going to sing a song about it. Our friends are awkward and so are we.
Jim fails vibrators, a theatrical pee.
Bad dates, loud goats, a Christmas tragedy.
Well, that was awkward. Our first season flew right by.
We laughed, we cringed, and Mendy cried.
And Bree accidentally got high.
You're never going to let me live that down, are you?
Nope. Best day of my life. Well, that was awkward. That's a wrap.
Stay tuned for season 2, y'all.
Keep it awkward.
This has been an Awkward Sage production.
I had a pervert voice on that one. Oh, well.